5 damn years. It's been exactly 5 years since one of the best games to ever grace us on this planet we call Gaia. To a lot of you, one of the best games you have played on the PS4, and to me, one of my favorite games of all time. So let's start this video with the infamous quote that sparked hype across the globe. The reunion at hand may bring joy. It may bring
fear, but let us embrace whatever it brings. For they are coming back. At last, the promise has been made.
What's going on, guys? So it's been exactly 5 years since FF7 or Final Fantasy 7 Remake finally was available on the PlayStation 4. Exactly 10th of April 2020. Yes, the COVID era. Since it's been 5 years, I want to do a celebratory type of video, kind of like a retrospect in a way, where we go through all the journey, the history of FF7 and how it came to be with the remake. To me, this is one of my favorite games of all times. I freaking love the remake and rebirth. I'm really adoring the trilogy right now. So I really want to make a special type of video for the remake specifically because it's been 5 years. Time is flying fast. Oh my days. I remember what I was doing at that time. I think you guys do as well. This was literally the start of lockdown. This game had no better time to release, for me anyways. But let's go through the journey. Let's go from where it started and to where it is right now. So let's go back to the past like Samurai Jack. But that is not starting with the remake announcements. That is in fact the tech demo announcements. It's a tech demo to basically demonstrate the strength of the PS3 when it first was coming out. This is not an official game. This is not a demo. This is purely used for demonstration purposes. Literally, that is the best explanation for this. This was released in 2005. If I'm not wrong, this is before YouTube even existed. YouTube came about around 2006, right? Just on top of my head. So this is before like basically the internet era. So a lot of you guys may not even know this existed, but I remember when I was a very young lad, and I was like, oh my god, this looks amazing. This was brought to my attention from my brothers who are huge fans of basic FF7, same with me. But when my brothers showed me this clip, I was like, yo, is this real? Because this is back when, again, no Twitter, no news article really, or it's hard to find article based on this. So it's really like up in the air if this is official or not, or just to portray the strength of the PS3. And long and behold, it was just that. It was just basically in the name, a tech demo, as you can see here, tech demo 2005. So let's start with this, because this is what really pushed the campaign for an FF7 remake in the first place. Just to put in perspective, FF7 on PS1 that came out in 1997, September 1997 to be specific. I think that was the same for the US, but over here where I'm at, in Europe, it came in November 1997, so a bit later on. So this was released about 8 years after the PS1 version came out. And if you think about it, 8 years is not long. It's been 8 years since FF15 came out, which to me is crazy because FF15 feels like a couple of years ago. It feels so recent to me still. So yes, look at the leap, look at the graphical leap we got from PS1 to the PS3 8 years later. So let's go ahead and actually watch this because I've not seen this in a long time. So credits to Gaming Restoration. This is in 60 FPS 4K. So Final Fantasy 7 technical demo for PS3 E3 2005. Wow, that's definitely ancient. So while this play, I'm gonna obviously explain and let's basically talk about it briefly. So look how it starts, so like vastly different to Remake. The live stream coming in. I really like the sound design. And of course starts with Aerith. And look how good she looks. Look how like the design is so different as well to like the remake. This has more of the OG look to me. But I dig the remake and this version of Aerith. Damn. What's so insane to me is that even though this is not as impressive to now technology and to now games or present games, this looks like one of the best PS3 games to date. If this released, this would be easily up there as top 3 best graphical games on the PS3, hands down. Technical demo for PS3. The music still hits, and this is a new like rendition, I'm sure. Mad, I still get chills. Here we go, the bombing mission OSC. This is so sick. Wow, I still get gas from this. I'm literally getting chills. Boom, show him. Pose on us. Oh my god, I still remember. I get the same feeling as when I was a kid first time seeing this. That is legit it. That's literally all we get. Just to point out, look how different Cloud is. Like his attitude, personality, his demeanor is so different to Remake. He looks like more positive, more heroic in a way, like with this smirk as well. I don't know if that's intentional because of, you know, the tech demo. Is that Squareenix trying to flex on us about what they can do? It's either that, which I'm sure is what a lot of people interpreted, but it could be just how back then how Squareenix probably portrayed Cloud, or how they would think Cloud would act in this time on the PS3. Like one of the directors of FF7 Remake has said, everyone interprets the FF7 original game on the PS1 different to one another. So how you guys portray Cloud might be different to how I envision Cloud as a kid. But I'm much happy that they went with the FF7 Remake type of attitude, because he is like a mercenary, he's a loner, he's like a lone wolf in a way, so he wouldn't be smirking. So this has to be, to me, is what I think is how Square is just showing off. But look how good he looks, man. This looks so impressive. This can really kind of hold its own against FF13 in a way, and FF13 was also on a PS3, so it kind of makes sense how these both are kind of similar graphically. Now let's skip to 2014 E3. This right here triggered a lot of fans, me included, but luckily I didn't watch this live. So let's see this video. This is a definition of trolling. So this is 2014, so was it Shinji Hashimoto? So he's a big head in Square Enix, so everyone's so excited. Oh my god, Final Fantasy making an appearance at E3. Last time was what, 2005 tech demo? So he's literally making everyone excited about F7. This is what it is. So everyone's being edged right now. This is literally the definition of edging. This is edging the excitement. The classic returns, Final Fantasy 7 returns on a PS4. That is it. That's legit all this is. And I feel kind of bad for Shinji Hashimoto because it wasn't really it's not his fault, but everyone always associates Shinji to this moment, like, oh my god. But we should have known, you know, like, why are they re-releasing this? We should have kind of like guessed that a remake is on the horizon, because clearly FF7 Remake has been in Square Enix's mind even before 2014. Like, they've been thinking about making this for a very long time. The only reason to release this is to like coincide to the remake announcements, which would, you know, hold to be true. So while everyone was so pissed off with this, they were so vexed, I was still like excited for this because I get to play it again after so many years. I played it when I was such a young kid, and when this came out I was a teenager going into college, so this was like a perfect time to like reintroduce myself to the FF7 world. Look at everyone! Oh my god, look! That was so awkward! Everyone is just dead. No hands in the air, no movement, just still. Everyone is pissed. This is mad awkward. I remember MaximilianDood reacted to this and everyone looked so straight up annoyed. Look, everyone's quiet, no cheers. This is how the crowd started. And this is how it ended. That is not good. I do want a quick gander at this.
Alright, Square Enix, impress me.
MaximilianDood's reaction was hilarious.
It's a debut on the original PlayStation.
Yeah, my man was edged.
No.
I remember watching this when he first released it. It was so hilarious.
I don't want PS1 graphics. What is it, 1080p?
I don't want PS1 graphics. Bruh.
What the shit is that? That is so fucked up.
Oh my god, he was so unfiltered back then.
You guys screwed it up. Fucking boo!
The PC,
Fucking boo!
the PC.
Bro, at least he just says it straight.
Oh
He's like, F
my
this.
god! Dude, we don't. Nobody cares. Look at everybody. They're so pissed.
With the upscaled to original graphics.
Oh, this is funny.
Upscaled fucking graphics. Oh yeah, that's exactly what we wanted.
Oh my
dude.
god, this killed me.
Thank you so much for the 1080p PS1 game.
Of little big
That face, I remember that face, but it wasn't much longer until he was happy, right? So let's go a year later. So that was 2014 E3. Now, about 12 months later, E3 2015. 10 years ago, basically, from like now. This is what truly changed the FF7 community for the next decade plus.
Now, many years ago, Squareenix released a groundbreaking title that went on to become one of the most beloved games in PlayStation and video game history.
To me, this is uncontested to be the most hype announcement at E3 of all time. The only other close, like, that has contention to this is a Smash Bros. DLC announcement, like Sephiroth, but oh my, Jiraiya's voice,
The star that threatened all.
Kimpachi's voice.
Eternal in our hearts.
So if you don't know, Gin Attack from FF7 Rebirth, so not even in Remake, Rebirth.
In its wake came an age.
We finally get
of
this voice back.
silence.
Such a legendary voice actor.
Yet with each fond remembrance, we knew those encountered were not forgotten.
Wait for the piano. Oh my god, it chills. My hair's legit
Someday we
razor.
would see them again.
Feather.
Perhaps it was
Flower,
more
Aerith,
than
and Sephiroth.
wishful thinking.
To see Nomura. I don't care how divisive he is, I love him.
But after the long calm, there are now the
I
beginnings
got the
of a
dolls
stir.
coming in. Here we go.
The reunion at hand may bring joy. It may bring fear. But
Here we
let
go.
us embrace
Come in, my
whatever it
boys.
brings.
This is the moment right here. Wait for it. This moment,
For
and
they
then
are coming back.
that's it. That's all we need to know.
At last, the promise has been made.
The live stream music. Oh my god. Here we go. Too good to be true? No, it's not. It is good to be true. Look at the cheers. Look at this, man. Everyone's standing up nearly. I remember watching this live, but you can tell he's so gassed. Like, yes, let me be the one to announce
Proud
this.
to announce that Final Fantasy VII Remake is coming first to PlayStation 4.
After edging us the year prior to it, 2014, I finally got an official announcement. A remake is coming. Sad to say, it came about 5 years later. You can tell by the smirk, the smile on his face. He's like, yeah, I got you. Like, 100% this was the best presentation of E3 that year. 100% hands down. And that's, to me, because of this game announcement alone. Just to give some context to all, which is funny, because we were all watching this live. Well, I don't know if you were, you might be younger before E3, before the E3 times. But for me, I was watching this. I remember I had a very important exam the next day. And I was studying this, and this was late at night, the night before the exam for me. And this was a college exam, which is kind of important for me. And I was stressing, I was like studying while watching E3, and there's nothing like interesting on E3 that year for me. And this was getting played. I remember, because it says Square Enix, I assumed it was Deus Ex. I do not know why, especially the Shinra troopers. Like these guys right here, where are they? So these guys right here threw me off when I was watching live reaction. I was like, this looks like FF7. Like I had strong inclination, this has to be FF7 related. But I've seen these guys, I'm like, this is not how the Shinra troopers look. And it's funny because they never use these models. We never seen these enemies at all in the remake trilogy. So it's kind of like funny. So when I first saw these guys, I was like, maybe it's Deus Ex. But the music is literally Advent Children. You can't really fault us, because every FF7 fan, they were being reserved, you know, they don't want to be too excited. We got trolled with the tech demo. We got trolled with the E3 2014 announcement. We've been getting trolled for many years. But for the longest, we've been hoping for a remake in some kind. For all of us, we was like, this is too good to be true. this cannot be a reality, right? We were all shocked, we were speechless when this was happening. When I was watching, I remember I was on my paper writing or studying, and when I saw this part, I was like, let me put my pen down, let me actually like absorb and like watch this, because this could be something huge. And long and behold, it was legit the dream of dream. It was our dream games. I just want to see this moment, man. This moment was insanity. I want to see it in 4K.
But let us embrace whatever it brings.
Look at Barrett going on. This was not the confirmation. This was like slight confirmation, but 100% was this. Cloud's on with a Buster Sword.
At last, the promise has been made.
Oh my god! This takes me back. This takes me back to the past, man. Boom! That's all we needed. As Eska said, that's all we needed, baby. That's all we needed.
That's all they needed, baby!
Now, surprising despite the bad reputation for Square Enix when it comes to announcing games too early and not seeing anything for that game for many months, if not years, we actually got a quick update very soon after this announcement. So let me show you guys. So from June 2015 to December 2015, so 6 months, less than a year, we got an update on the game. Not just a cinematic like we seen in the first announcement, we got an actual gameplay demonstration. So let's see how this looks. Now, just for some perspective, for some like, context on this. This was around the time when CyberConnect 2 was co-producing this game alongside with Square Enix. So Square Enix and CyberConnect 2, to me, when I was young, I freaking loved this collaboration. I kind of wish we kind of seen what it kind of looked like, but over time, we got like announcement that Square Enix actually scrapped everything, basically everything CyberConnect 2 actually helped make. So this is what I like to call the CyberConnect 2 version of FF7 Remake. So the models look a lot different. I'm not saying they made a character design, but like I think they helped with the cinematics and I'm guessing the combat mechanics is what I like to believe. But you can see a lot of changes in this. Vastly huge difference with like the character models, the gameplay mechanics, the graphics. This is one of few instances in like, the gaming industry where an actual game has an upgrade rather than a downgrade, which I don't feel like is talked enough, how this is an upgrade and how crazy that is to say. Most games nowadays, they get a downgrade from the first announcement, but FF7 Remake, they did the extra mile and made it much better. Albeit it has been 5 years, until the game actually came out in 2020. So you can see a lot of difference to the FF7 Remake. Not just gameplay, but look at the character model. This is when we got sickly Cloud. The very sick Cloud, a very thin, skinny Cloud. His hair looked different in terms of design, and graphically it looks weird. But at the same time, I kind of like this design in a way. Dark circles on his eyes. He legit looked like he was Mako poisoned heavily. So I kind of like this interpretation of Cloud. Same with Barrett. Barrett had more of a Blade look. Like he felt more like Blade here. Well, let's have a look. Ruffling, let's actually see this.
See why we brought a Shinra soldier along.
Jesse, look how different Jesse looks here as well.
Cloud Strife, and he says it's former soldier. Look, heavy
Biggs.
security like this, you want to perform.
Look how different they both look. And that's of course the first announcement trailer. Remember, this is 6 months after this trailer. This still looks so good. So
more than a few gil. You best be worth it.
Look,
and this is
I don't care about your politics.
Advent Children voice actors. Barrett looks so much like skinnier. Look how much better the remake is. Like back then, we thought this looked incredible. It still does. Look at the reflection on the Buster. Wow. But I think the remake actually looks better than this.
This for the planet.
The lion.
Same as us.
Not interested.
Wedge sounds so funny. Yo, yep. The reaction from the Shinra soldiers, yep, because they recognize him. I love it. Love those Easter eggs. Look at the gameplay, so different. This looks like Final Fantasy 15 in a way, when Nomura was making it. Look at the hood. The UI is so different. Again, this could be CyberConnect 2 heavily made by them. So a lot of cutscenes remain kind of the same, just different character models and better line.
Okay, Moogle. Let's move.
Okay, Moogle. So sick. Look at the hair. I still love this design. I think Remake has a better design, but I appreciate this one a lot. I think what I didn't like about this model is he was so skinny. I did not like that he was so damn skinny. I get it, he was ill. Doesn't change the fact this guy is still a mercenary. He's still a soldier. He still does sit-ups, push-ups. He still trains. And I don't think he's that broke he can't eat.
I can't eat! I'm broke!
Knowing Cloud, he's damn stingy with money, so he must have enough gil to actually buy some food. Even his like pauldron, his shoulder armor looks cool here. Very different again. I really dig his hair here as well, I'm not gonna lie. This has more of the OG look to me. Even graphically, you can kind of see like each strand. It's a weird texture to it. It's much different to Remake again. Eyes are so different, very different. It's funny, the Play Arts Kai I'll show figurine. They did like Play Arts Kai figures for the FF7 Remake characters back in 2015, which is funny because the models of those figurines took inspiration from these models of Cloud, his early models of Cloud, which long and behold are very different to the Remake in 2020. Now, this is where Squareenix decided to go radio silence. They decided to go quiet. I remember when this was first shown, we all assumed, wait, we got an announcement trailer. 6 months later, we got a gameplay trailer. Does that mean this game is sooner than we think? We all believed that. We all assumed that. Sadly, that was not the case, especially when it announced that, you know, all Cyber Connect 2 stuff has been scrapped. They're not doing a collaboration with Cyber Connect 2. It was all in-house at Square Enix from that point forward. So once they gave that news, it was super quiet. 8 million views is crazy. Basically nearly 9 million views. And I think the other one had like 15 million views, the first announcement trailer. Also to note, a very interesting fact is that FF15 was still getting promoted. FF15 was not out yet. So they were still deeply in the FF15 promotion material and, you know, campaign. And FF15 actually came out in 2016, basically like nearly a year from this trailer. So it's kind of like crazy how we had FF15 and FF7 Remake promotion going on, like coinciding at the same time. I feel like it helped and worked in Square Enix's favor because Final Fantasy in like totality was huge in like this year. Because you had FF7 and 15, two hugely anticipated Final Fantasy games, probably of all time to me. So they were on a roll in a way, at the same time not, because FF7 Remake had intense development hell. Now, we didn't see anything from FF7 Remake, like official game, since 2020. However, I do want to bring this up. So there was a mobile game you guys might have forgotten called Mobius Final Fantasy. This was a mobile game that released around the time when FF7 Remake announcement got first revealed. When FF7 Remake was announced, they did a collaboration, special collaboration with Final Fantasy 7 Remake. So this is around the time, as you can see here, 2016, November 2016, which I'm sure is when FF15 actually came out, which is quite funny. Now remember, this is before the new character model. So this right here, we're gonna see Cloud in his sick design, where he looks unhealthy and thin. Again, basically Cyber Connect 2 version. So this is like the first, like, you know, insight in a way of how FF7 Remake might look and play-ish. People forgot about this as well, it's quite funny. So you got Cloud, look at the Buster Sword, had a gold design, you see that? Which is not the true, it's not the actual one anymore in the Remake. The music's a banger. This music's a banger. I know I'm gonna get a copyright strike on this damn video, oh well. I'm not gonna be able to monetize it, so I appreciate if you guys like, comment, and share this video. So this is our turn-based. Oh wait, now that I think about it. Final Fantasy 7 mobile game, what do you call it? First Soldier or Ever Crisis? They took inspiration from this, 100%. This looks straight out of like Ever Crisis right here. So this is how like turn-based might look in FF7 Remake. Whoa, Dual Cloud, wait, Dual Cloud? Hello? What? Are we getting Dual Cloud in FF7 Remake Part 3? 2 Buster Swords, maybe? He's gonna become Roxas, is he? I doubt it, but that'd be funny. I don't know how the mobile game works, but I think you take classes. So maybe it's the main protagonist becoming Cloud for a short period of time or something. That's what he dual-wielded. So there's a whole cutscene of this collaboration. I'll put it in the description box below. I wouldn't really go through it here, because otherwise it'd be too long. I wanna hear his voice. What is Cloud's voice? Is it Advent Children here?
You're a real cynic.
It is.
And you're not.
I forgot his name. I don't know why his name's escaping me. But I really love the Advent Children voice actors and actors.
Will you come with me?
That's crazy. This is actually Advent Children's voice.
Sounds fun. You really like this place.
Steve Burton. I don't know how I forgot his name. I like both Steve and Cody's version of Cloud's voice. That is basically the last of FF7 Remake we received for a very long time. So that was basically 2015, 2016. And then again, let's go into the future.
Time stop.
Oh, let me cut this in. This is the first time we see FF7 Remake after a very long time. So this is in May 2019. So this is actually the best look we got. Finally, after a very long time. So no CyberConnect 2. This is all in-house. Look how everything's improved. And this is like a better look of the gameplay.
I'm here for you to help take the load off your shoulders. So, what's our next move?
Look at the gameplay, man. The evolution is insane.
Okay.
Look at the oh my god, eye graphics. I'm sorry, nobody talks about it enough, but the eye graphics in the FF7 Remake games are insanity, bro. Look, they're so crazy. The damn devs went ham on the eye quality. Got the limit breaks, the Sentinel.
Can you bear to see the planet suffer?
And this is where we see Sephiroth, right? Oh no, see, they hid Sephiroth and they hid Tifa. I remember after this trailer, everyone, oh my god, everyone was like, where's Tifa, where's Tifa? Next trailer, better show Tifa, we got everything, you see Tifa. I'm like, bro, calm down. So that was legit a tease May. Then we got June 2019, literally a month after. We got actual reveal of how the gameplay works. So this was like a special presentation. I remember watching this live, I was like, yo, this gameplay is gonna be revolutionary. Like literally so good. And till this day, it's, to me, one of the best like gameplay mechanics of all the JRPGs. In fact, RPGs in its entirety. This is one of the best mechanics, hands down. This, the slow-mo is such a good feature. So simple, but works so well. This way it allows you to be methodical, strategical, adds a bit of the turn-based, you know, aspects to it. Boom.
And enough MP. He can use ATB charges.
This event was so damn good, man.
Of
this is one of the best
this
events
being a remake,
for the FF7
we're sure
Remake
to see
games.
some familiar faces.
I just want to put this out there as well. Apparently, this actually not apparently, this is confirmed by Squareenix themselves. So the director, I'm sure they said, like Kitasia said, that the combat they couldn't really figure out. They couldn't figure out a way to find a solution to the combat mechanics in FF7 Remake games. It looks like they've been doing like a lot of trial and error. They even got CyberConnect 2. I think they tried probably to help with the combat mechanics, but again to no avail. So they went years upon years, yes, years of struggling to find an identity to how FF7 Remake fighting combat mechanics is gonna work. And then we got the GOAT of combat designers himself, Teruki Endo. This guy is the GOAT of combat in games. Not just FF7, but like general. Some of the best combat mechanics in any game you think of, he's probably gonna be up there. So these are some of the games he made. So Final Fantasy Remake, Monster Hunter World, which was extremely successful. Monster Hunter 4, Resident Evil 5, interesting. That's crazy, Resident Evil 5. That's crazy, I didn't even know that. Which to me is like one of the best actual combat in a Resident Evil game, to me. Especially co-op aspect to it. It's funny, FF7 Remake actually has a bit of the Monster Hunter essence in a way, to me. I see it, it's like a faster paced version of Monster Hunter. If I'm not mistaken, he also helped with Dragon's Dogma games, which to a lot of people is one of the best like combat style games for an RPG. Just want to go back to this moment right here. You don't understand, the internet went wild for this one particular moment. The reveal of Tifa. They went crazy. I mean, she is probably one of the most famous female characters in gaming history. I think so anyways. Hopefully for the right reasons. Hopefully. No goonery behavior here. I know she's famous in Italy now, apparently.
I feel trapped.
She was a like total badass in this trailer, I remember. Legit throwing hands. 2019. So the game was 2019. We get an actual trailer of FF7 Remake. So this is after it started to become in-house. New voice actors, new character models, graphics looks better, lighting's improved.
So keep your distance.
I remember watching this, I was like, finally man, we're getting to the FF7 Remake hype.
Come on, nobody do something this crazy.
And this is a Breaking Bad voice actor. What's insane about this, they even improved, like further improved the graphics and lighting with the PS5 version. So sick, man, so sick. Smirk, show me the smirk.
Okay, that was pretty cool.
There it is. And Tifa, of course, everyone went crazy for Tifa announcement.
Long time ago I made a promise, so...
Mad. Cody fits Cloud so well, especially younger Cloud. And of course, the other voice actresses killed it, especially Barrett, Tifa Reveal. And a release date. So look at this trailer. This trailer was announced December 2019. Release date, March 2020. And then from 2019 to 2020, we got a couple of trailers. I won't go through all of them because there's a couple. We got a theme song trailer, which I won't go through because obviously copyright, which is really good. Same Rebirth theme song was also really good. Then we got the final trailer, April 3rd, 2020. So 7 days before the actual release date, 10th of April 2020. This I skipped. I'm one of those guys, I hate spoilers. Like, I just try to avoid everything spoiler related. I don't get final trailers being so spoilery. Squareenix has a bad habit of doing that. They did it for Kingdom Hearts 3, Final Fantasy 7 Remake. They did it for Rebirth. And I watched them after I finished the games. I'm like, bro, Squareenix, you never learn your lesson, do you? You don't need to show the damn plot to make it appealing. You do not need to do that. Show me the gameplay instead. Show me the early parts of the game. But I guess this might be appealing to the non-FF7 fans. And that is it. We get to 10th of April, FF7 Remake official release date. I do want to talk about one of the best videos on this platform, on YouTube, when it regards to FF7 Remake. That is Journey to the Remake, Max's FF7 Remake story. So this, of course, from MaximilianDood, one of the faces of FF7. Oh, of course, fighting games, no brainer there. He is one of my favorite YouTubers of all time. No glazing, that's just a fact. Him and Etika, as always, RIP Etika. Them two has always been one of my favorite YouTubers of all time. Still are, but Max has really inspired me to actually start a YouTube channel in the first place. I want to get to like his level, you know, his community that he has. I don't want to be the next Max, but I want to get to a level where I can do collaboration with him in the future. Who knows? Or see him in person, speak to him in person. That's like one of my goals, you know, get to that level. I feel I'm too soon. I'm only like 1K subscribers, so I don't think he's ever going to see this video in the first place. I remember during the hype times, for the release hype for these games, Remake and Rebirth included, Max produces like the best videos for them. I freaking love the news, the discussion videos he has, and like these type of videos where it's like a compilation montage type of video to hype you up and keep you psyched for the game. This is one of the best videos for FF7 Remake, hands down. This is so well edited. You can tell this is edited by Max. I think it's edited by MaximilianDood. I know this because I've been following him for so long, since Asura vs Akuma DLC boss rage days. So let's watch this. 2011.
My favorite game of all time is Final Fantasy VII. FF7 was the first RPG I had ever played, and it was the first time I had ever been interested.
Number 1, 2014. The Troll. This is so funny. You had to say it's my favorite game of all time.
Alright. What the shit is that?
It reminds me of my oldest brother. One of my older brothers so much.
Oh my god. Oh,
upscale graphics.
I wanted, dude. Thank you so much for the 1080p PS1 game.
Oh my, so jokes. That always makes me laugh, that video. 2015, here we go. This is the big year.
This is exactly what I wanted. Sony, this is exactly what I wanted.
This game is so underrated, by the way.
Many years ago, Squareenix
Here we
released
go.
a groundbreaking title. That
Where's the sound?
One of the most beloved games in PlayStation.
It becomes like a seagull.
Tonight, I am proud to announce that by popular demand, we have a very special treat for everyone.
Hold on to your
They pressed the button. They pressed the effing button.
Yeah, the slide.
Here's the sounds, the seagull sounds. Oh, it might skip. Yeah, it might skipped over it.
The reunion at hand may bring joy. It may bring fear.
It's totally gonna be a movie.
Bro, the music choice is so perfect for this.
It brings.
I don't want to believe it.
It is just so hard to not smile watching like people love F7 react to FF7 Remake announcement or anything FF7.
Oh my fucking god! No way!
You can tell he's like the biggest fanboy in that room.
Oh my body!
Boom, there it is. In easy allies, and this is so funny. Game trailer live, interesting. Okay. The reaction everyone was so crazy, man. It's unlike any other announcement. I'm not even like glazing. So good, man. The music is actually hitting. So FF7 music is just so different. It's no different realm of music. 2016.
Details in the upcoming release of Final Fantasy, including the main scenario being completed. Big scale AAA Final Fantasy games. Over the past
I watched every single video updates from Max
as long
for
as they
FF7
can flesh
Remake.
out one core story that happens around one major area, like Midgar is a good example, that's a lot less creative that you have to put into one game than a whole bunch of games that have Midgar open world and everything where you have to
I still agree
to actually make it come out before 2020.
You jinxed it, Max. He predicts so much stuff, good and bad. He predicts both.
Talked about this game, including E3, PlayStation Experience 2016, as well as.
So this is what I mean. He was always a hold it down for us. He always made like
that they're working on the game in some fashion because we only got one thing recently, and that was at the 30th anniversary event, and it was just key art. This image is
I remember
really
this.
cool, and it does have
Look at Sephiroth's shoulder armor. It looks different now.
Going on to Sephiroth, but. Dude, it's key art. This could have been done by a couple of people over the span of a week.
I'm sure this is when CyberConnect 2 was still involved.
Which should be pretty
2019. Actually, might not be because it's close to 2019.
Expectations. It begins!
There you go. Near the sound. I remember watching this live. I was like, yo, we're getting FF7 Remake. There's no way. There's no tease, by the way. It was out of the blue that we got a reintroduction to FF7 Remake.
Okay.
Monster Hunter World time.
That was Final Fantasy 7 sound effects.
That's funny that Teruki Endo actually worked on Worlds, so that's hilarious. 2 games from him on this presentation.
Oh my fucking god. Oh my fucking god. I don't know what I'm looking at.
I cannot wait for part 3 hype and watching live.
Okay, there's a fucking future. You did a good job, Sony. You did a good job. No chairs were spun.
Oh my!
Reminded us that Final Fantasy.
That's all I need. Show me F7 Remake, and I'll say you won.
It's been 4 years.
That's a presentation for me. I remember that jacket, Squareenix Escape. No, he got that early, Square Soft. He got it so early back in PS1 era.
To the concert.
Oh yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy.
Kenny, shut up.
Bro, his excitement is so infectious, man.
It's gonna be playable.
This is so joke. How does edit this so freaking funny?
As these guys were demonstrating the
this
game
part hit me,
for
man.
the past like
this part hit me.
something years. I noticed they were like looking at me every single time it was happening. And then I take a picture with both of them and I put it on Twitter and I'm like, fucking crazy. I'm standing with and hanging out with the literal guy who directed FF7 and parts of the new development staff. And he was like, before you go, can I get a picture with you? I would like to show the development staff. And I'm like, what? So he takes a picture of all 3 of us together. Things were tough for the team and they were trying to figure things out and what was like the right choice. He was saying they always showed the team video from the first reaction. The one where we first saw FF7 that I made like a story out of it. He was saying how whenever the team was feeling down and he wanted to motivate everybody, they would watch that video. And it said it gave them energy to try to go forward and make the right choices.
Wow, I do want to pause there. But I'm genuinely like not emotional type person. But that hit me, this always hits me. Because I can resonate with Max here because I can tell he knows and I know that these devs, they put legit blood, sweat and tears into the Remake trilogy. Like, it's truly a passion project. Like, they don't sell that well. As sad as to admit, it's not as popular as, I'll say, early 2000. Like, FF7 is not as popular back then. I believe they can get there, but right now as it stands, not yet. So it's not like they're getting mad amount of money from the Remake trilogy because they look like very expensive games to make, extremely expensive. I mean, this took what, 5 years to develop, and they just scrapped CyberConnect 2 involvement, which probably a lot of money they put into just for that collaboration. So all that was like wasted. Then we got issues with like the combat design. They got Teruki Endo to come in and be the saving grace for them. And as FF7 fan like myself and like Max here as well, we can clearly tell when we play these games, we just know how much love and care has been put into these games. Like, they're not just half-assing it or being lazy with it or just doing like quick cash grab like a lot of people presume. There's none of that. It's legit passionate people. Like, they could have went with Cyberconnect 2, but Square Enix, they probably thought this is not good enough. They legit scrapped that, lost a lot of money for us fans. They believe we deserve better. Like, who knows, Cyberconnect 2 could be a better product, it could be a worse product than what we got with the remake, but I trust Square Enix. At the end of the day, that is their baby, you know. FF7 is the golden goose for Square Enix or Squaresoft, both of them, whatever. So if they really truly believe they had to scrap that, lose a lot of money to make something special for us, then I stand by it. And it shows how, you know, passionate and how seriously they're taking this damn project, this huge undertaking. Max just said it, this is legit words from like the devs, which nobody talks about. Like, everyone always, there's this discourse with Final Fantasy in general. Like, Final Fantasy is a topic where people just love to encourage a discourse, like negativity. Like, the fans are never happy. Just think about all the games from, I'll say, after FF10, I think even FF10 included. Every FF mainline title is always negativity, man. Like, negativity is always coming about with every single game. Like, I feel like the fans are so like picky and a bit ungrateful to like the devs and how much hard work they put. Like, I get if you don't like it, if you're not a fan, you just move on, but like FF15 for instance, you always see negativity in the comments like, oh my god, this game could have been the best ever, it was so poor, blah blah blah. I'm like, I get it, if you don't like it, move on, why are you talking about it? And let the people actually love, appreciate it, enjoy the time with the games. Like, I don't want to go through the whole topic of like the timeline stuff that they're doing in remake games. I know that's very divisive, I don't want to go through that. But the people that hate it and drop the games because of it, why are you still in the community sprouting negativity and being so pessimistic to people that actually enjoy it? So to me right now, I don't know if FF7 Remake is better than the PS1 version. I love both of them. They're both kind of like very different interpretation. FF7 Remake is how I envisioned FF7 to be as a kid on the PS1. At the same time, it's not. It has aspects to me that is straight from the original games, and it has aspects that's so different from the original game. And at the end of the day, it's never going to achieve capturing or recapturing everything from the original PS1. Like, again, the director did say everyone's experience with the PS1 FF7 game is vastly different from one another. I can tell they put so much hard work. Like, Max has said it, and nobody gives the devs their flowers enough. Literally, nobody does. I was so damn triggered with the damn Game Wars. I believe FF7 Rebirth deserved so much more awards. Same with Remake, man. Remake, I don't think it was nominated for Game of the Year for 2020. I'm like, come on. Like, it's actually so sad that the game industry and people are not like giving the devs their flowers. Appreciating the game enough. You can say what you will about the narrative, but you got to love the characters, the characterization, the gameplay, the graphics, the love, the care, the Easter eggs, the side plots, the villains like Sephiroth and, you know, the Shinra heads, like Rufus Shinra. You got to love, appreciate the lore, the world building. There's so much stuff to love, but yet everyone just wants to hang on to the negativity, the one aspect that just turns them off, and they just stick with it and go with it. They go with, oh, I love everything about the game, but the last 5% with the timeline, oh, that's it, I hate this game. I'm just gonna keep talking about that. Or it could be shipping wars, it could be Kyle should be in Earth, Kyle should be with Tifa. Why don't we talk about, you know, Barrett's amazing story, or Nanaki, how he got abducted and his relationship with his father. Same with Sid, as well as Vincent and his past with the Turks. There's so much more good things to talk about, but yet people like to linger and hold on to these other aspects that kind of like pushes new fans from even trying FF7 in the first place. Not just FF7, just Final Fantasy in general. But I don't want to go ramble on too much. This is like going to be, it needs to be put in a separate video about Final Fantasy Discourse and like the shipping wars and all these other stuff that it's actually messing up with the community and the franchise as a whole. But again, back to what Max saying, for all we know, if it wasn't for Max's video, maybe FF7 Remake might not have come out in 2020. It might come out even later or just got cancelled entirely. But because of Max's video and maybe other videos they are seeing with reactions, it pushed them to like, we have to get this down. We have to get this done. We got to do it for the fans. This is a truly passion project. Like, it's funny how Max is to these devs is how Max is to like me as well. It pushed me to continue to always strive to be up there, to achieve my goals, you know, because I really want to get to a community on like a similar level to Max. But I'm just going to put it in the universe, you know, I'm going to manifest that goal. I'm going to try and be stubborn, never give up and get to there. I don't think he's going to see this video, but if he does, that'll definitely be a highlight for me from starting this journey as a content creator. Damn man, I was not expecting feels, but here we are. But now we're back to hype.
I can't believe what I was seeing in the first beginning of the demo, much less what I played with the boss fight. I don't believe it. Like,
I really hope I get to a position where I can get to play these games early.
40-hour game
by Squareenix invitation.
Be on a even fraction of the quality of what that beginning bombing run is. The best thing they can do is let other people experience this. Really don't want to be describing this game like a crazy goddamn person that I sound like I am. Here we are. We did it. We managed to.
He was definitely not crazy. He was telling the truth.
The longest stream I've ever had. I just really hope that they eventually show off more of the bombing run, man. Holy crap, Efren! There's a summon. This fucking game. Jesus, man! Look at it! Look at fucking Sephiroth! Look at this fucking.
Biggest fangirls, right? Sephiroth's one of the biggest fangirls.
Oh, dude,
rightfully
this is so sick, man.
Abzu.
Dude, look at Aerith doing all their crazy dance shit. She's over here doing Cirque du Soleil, and everyone's fighting.
Bro, this is such an exciting time.
Cloud has. Like this.
Oh, Infinity Edge. Or Infinity End, one of them.
Fucking music, dude. Aerith with all her spins and flips and shit. Can't even believe it. Every single time you see something new in this game, it just looks better and better.
2030, here we go, the release,
check the countdown timer. As long as time is still moving in a
this one is delayed, right?
fashion, at least we got Final Fantasy 7 Remake just around
It's funny because I'm sure it went gold.
The countdown of FF7 today.
Yeah, it still got delayed.
Dirge of Cerberus. I'm not looking forward to it. I think last it said we were at 50
days.
I
kind of like Dirge of Cerberus.
So here we go.
Definitely the worst among the compilation. 86 days. It got delayed by I think like 2 months.
Time isn't moving in a linear fashion anymore. Time has not. It was a joke.
Don't worry, before you know it, 5 years has passed before Remake actually released.
We were so close, chat. We were so close. We're back to the middle, man. We're at 56 days.
Oh, that's where the back was. Okay.
We're almost back to that point we were before when we said that the only way this is going to go away, this is going to change if time stops. Time stopped working before, which is why we were at here. But we're under 2 months. There's been people saying that, oh, they're going to put out that demo. The original release date was.
That demo! I forgot about the demo.
For Square Enix to put out that the supposed demo, that the demo that was
that demo was so good.
That came out like around December. If there was a time frame for that,
I think Final Fantasy 16 has the best demo of all time for me.
The game was originally going to come out is the best time frame.
But 7 Remake had an amazing demo. I think 15 has a sick ass demo.
Look at it! Look at it! Look at it! Fuck!
Actually, no, 16 and this demo are very even actually.
Cool thing that happened.
Because this lets you do much more, I think.
And on this big city bus.
But I watched his 2 hours.
Half of the bus is occupied with Cloud and the Buster Sword looking up
promotion campaign, marketing.
Shinra Tower for Final Fantasy 7 Remake.
Oh, I would pause it. That's so true. I'm in UK. We barely get like game campaigns and promotion marketing material. And then back then, I saw buses, despite COVID time, I saw buses of Cloud and it said FF7 Remake. And it gets me giddy. I'm like, bro, yo, I'm seeing FF7 Remake over here? What? That's insane. Okay. And I think I see like billboards of like Cloud. I'm like, yo, that's insane. How we getting like marketing down here? That's like unheard of. We normally get marketing of like movies and shows, barely games over here. I didn't want to mention that his demo gameplay is like 3 hours long. I watched everything, every single second, a minute of it. And it was so damn entertaining because he's going for like Easter eggs.
Cool thing that happened. I was driving down my town and on this big city bus, giant orange city bus, half of the bus is occupied with Cloud and the Buster Sword.
Facebook left us basing my reaction when I saw that bus.
For Final Fantasy 7 Remake. It definitely gave me a huge flashback to like the mid-90s and shit. Like 1997 when the first one came out. Where
the market was crazy in PS1.
Everywhere. It was just
on the books.
Everywhere.
I'm in the books, man. They were everywhere. The books,
I'd like to
player guides,
a big thank you
magazines.
to everyone that's been joining me on this 5-year trip around the Earth. I'm just glad that I'm going to be surrounded by a lot of people that are just as excited for Final Fantasy 7 as I am.
It's crazy. This is before he had
a
child, I'm sure.
What might be your most anticipated game.
So insane to think about.
Just to be around everyone that loves it just as much as you do. If you want to join in on that, it's going to be On Thursday, 5 p.m. Pacific, Final Fantasy 7 Remake. The impossible game is actually here.
That is it. That's the end of the video. What's a funny like little history with this remake game to me? Wow, this is so well edited, man. Hits the feels of an FF7 fan. But a funny little like story with this game is that this game is coming out on my finals week, or like not finals week, finals month. So I had like 3-4 weeks to study for my finals for the final year of my degree. This is legit the last year of university for me. I think again April, which is exam season, just where you go ham, go serious with studying, revising. But then we got lockdown. And I remember when the lockdown was announced, we was like unsure about how exams are gonna be, but then long and behold, all the exams were online. They were all online based. Some were open book, so you had like hours in a day to actually finish the exam. So that alleviated a lot of the stress for me, because I remember back then I wanted Remake to be pushed, I wanted to be delayed. Surprisingly, I wanted to be delayed until like mid-May to end of May. But then of course the lockdown happened, I'm like, yo, this is perfect. Everything's aligned. It's like God's watching you like, you know what, I'll give you a break from university and all the stress, and on top of that I'll give you one of the most anticipated games to me of all time. So not only I was like so like stress free, like I was not pressured, one of the best games of all time came out for me. So I was like double excited, double hype, and it was like amplified the moment for me. And while COVID was a very harsh and difficult time for many of us, that year was a blessing with the remake game coming out. So I got hyped with like exams and not having to go crazy study, as well as to play a game that's been teased for a decade. I was in like pure elation. I was literally so excited. That feeling was like one of the highlights of my life entirely. Like, I'm shit, you know, I was so excited beyond belief. It felt like I was legit a kid again in that moment. The last video, I promised this would be last. I was gonna go through FF7 Remake and like, no, highlights the best parts of the game, but I realized one, that'll be too long. And two, I technically done that already. I've done an FF7 Remake highlights and recap in a way, which I shall show you now. I put a lot of time in editing this. This is 100% demonetized this video, I know it, because FF7 music, please Squareenix change that, especially for part 3. They get copyright heavy, so your videos get demonetized quick. Damn, why did I do this in 1080p? What? This is when I was like super early in like editing and doing content creation. I will put this link in the description box below if you want to have a look at it without me reacting to it, of course. This is definitely the last video, so let's go into this. This is a full recap of like the best parts of the remake. I tried to be clever with like the music choices. This is kind of like me plugging, so I apologize, but this is the best way to like show the remake as a whole without going through, you know, 20 hours of cutscenes or something. So this is how I did it. I definitely can do better this now. I definitely can do better editing now. I tried to interchange between the two, and as soon as the meteorite comes in, we get to remake. Why did I do this in 4K? I'm sorry, I'm so annoyed at myself for that.
So what's Soldier Boy's deal? Is he one of us now? He's got balls, this, what was his name again?
Cloud Strife.
Right.
And he isn't a soldier anymore. Still, he's a professional, unlike the rest of us.
Get down here, Merc.
At least 60 FPS though.
One-time gig. When it's done,
we're done.
You better be worth the money, Merc. This pump's sole purpose is to drain the planet dry. While you sleep, while you eat, while you shit. Okay. Well, wait. It's over.
That's my line.
That's my line.
You gonna stand there and pretend you can't hear the planet crying out in pain? I know you can.
Get help.
Say that again.
Say that again.
Our lives on the line now.
Bro, I don't care. Cloud and Barrett's dynamic and duality.
You're one of us.
Never said
some of the best chemistry in the game, easily. It's genuinely my most like exciting ones to witness. More than Cloud and Tifa, more than Cloud and Eric, to see Cloud and Barrett's relation grow from this. Soldier Boy.
Soldier Boy.
X. Soldier Boy.
Okay, that was pretty cool.
This is quite well edited.
Very good. Hold on to that hatred.
Sweat.
Cloud. You have to leave. You have to
We
leave.
hear these lines in Rebirth during the flashback.
Are you okay?
Basically, he's saying Cloud's mom's word. Claudio, was it?
I'm not.
There's such a thing as playing too hard to get.
Too hard to get. Tifa. The stare off, they're scaring Marlene.
I feel trapped.
Of course, I had to get an iconic Jesse mission. I really hoped we had more of this in Remake. Like, this side mission was so good, and that's the only one we get. The actual side mission, not finding cats. There you go, the introduction of Whispers. Official introduction. I think we get a glimpse of it at the very start, but we don't see it. Sick of all of this. You know what? We don't see that until Rebirth, man. There we go. First encounter. Oh, she get pissed off at you when you step on the flowers. Watch out for the flowers. Shit. I have to include that. Andrew too.
Your eyes.
Zack, just like his. Of course, Hell House, one of the most fun fights in the game. This is when you know FF7 is so quirky. There you go, eventually link to both high fives. From no high fives to two high fives. This is my favorite OST in the Remake trilogy. I freaking love this music. Pop and lock. He's breaking it down for us.
Oh my god.
This.
And that dress.
Best quote.
I know, thank you. Moving on.
One of the favorite quotes of the game. This sparks so much discussion, let's just say.
The Colosseum.
Banger!
I'll cut him off.
I'll rip them off.
I'll smash him.
Or I'll smash them.
This music, so good. Absolutely. This makes me want to replay it, man. I really want to get back to this. I need to still do the hard mode run.
I don't have time for your shit.
I need to platinum as well. Marlene. Tifa. What am I forgetting his name? Esgo? Forgot his name. I missed a weapon because he missed a steal. And you get out of stuff. That kick was brutal. This is when, yeah, the game gets serious. Shift in tone here. No more fun and games anymore. That was actually his death. That was actually his death. And that was actually her death. That was actually a red herring at the end of the game where he thought, you know, Big survived, but no.
That's not polite. Just stare.
It's a promise of pizza, man.
It's nothing personal,
Bitch. Still don't get why the pizza line got hated so hard. Cloud's such an awkward guy, it makes so much sense. This fight is so good as well. These guys are actually strong, man. They're holding their own against like 3 of us.
You son of a bitch! What have you done?
Such a villainous move, man. I don't think Rufus would have even done this. Kate Sith, that was so random, I remember that. I remember seeing so many reactions. They're like, who is this random ass cat we never seen before? That killed so many.
Damn you! God damn you all!
Love the voice acting from Barrett here, remember. So good. John Eric Bentley, he went in. This moment was so good as well. This is so new. This is legit brand new, not from the original game.
You need to embrace this moment. Right?
This is where we get that maturity from Cloud.
You can't fall in love with me.
And growth from Cloud. The fake Aerith.
Even if
Speaking to you through the live stream.
I'm coming for you.
Now which Aerith is this though? Is this Aerith in this current time? Speaking from Shinra building or
that's what you want.
from the future?
Thank you. Sorry.
Which is what I think it is.
Thank you. That flower you gave me the other night, that was from Aerith, wasn't it? They symbolize reunion, believe it or not.
Why did I show the flowers? Okay.
But now
Infamous flowers.
it's dead and buried, like the bar. Our home and everything else.
This is such a touching moment.
They took everything from us. Again.
Love this music. I'm sad this was not played much, if ever, in Rebirth. Look at the lighting. Oh my days. So good, man. The underground mission was so funny. So random. Again, new, not in PS1. We got these enemies never seen. The tag team between Barrett and Tifa is so good as well. Cloud coming in with a save, I remember now. This is where they split up for a bit. And now from underground to the sky. This is where we get up to the Shinra headquarters. Music is so amazing. This one here in particular. I'm sure this is Armored Core, not Armored Core. Oh, I forget the name, the plane game. But the same composer from that game. How am I forgetting it? Such a banger. But this is the Valkyrie boss fight music. Elevated moment so hilarious. Definitely better than it says. Because it says just an Easter egg. This scene was incredible. Dun, dun, dun. So good, there's music. And there's like cinematography and scenes. Fits so well. And all the summons from Remake, live stream this, the past of the Cetra. It's all good until, where's the switch up? Here's the switch up. Yeah, this is when everything's getting altered by Sephiroth. It's not just fighting Shinra anymore. The main bad guy. This is when he starts to put a big, or have a big role in the story.
No!
We still don't know what this means, by the way. Sephiroth stabs both Barrett. Actually, we've seen Barrett get stabbed, but we haven't seen Tifa yet.
Sephiroth.
Unless Tifa is linking to Rebirth Chapter 7, was it? Where he falls into life.
Cloud, right? Hey, it's tight, man.
Or the Mako, should I say. Console, that... How we get a throwback to Console? We never hear Console ever again from this point onwards. Which sucks. I thought we might see Console in Part 2 Rebirth, but no. We better see him in Part 3 as like second class, first class or something. There we go, the first introduction. Red 13. Aerith up. Aerith knew.
So what the hell is it?
That Nanaki. Red 13 was a kid.
I am that which you see before you.
Everyone else thought he's an adult. Here's music, man. Genova theme. Nibelheim.
I'm a descendant of the ancients. They call themselves the Cetra.
We need to analyze that picture more.
Her flesh we shape. Unto her promised land shall we
one day return.
By her loving grace and providence, may we take our place in paradise.
The Shinra Electric Power Company isn't the real enemy. It started with them, sure. But I promise you, there's a much bigger threat.
And that is... Oh, as I say it, I've said it before, never mind. More than Genova is this guy. Yes, the Snake Eyes.
Mother, together we will reclaim our world.
Not yet. Still too early. Bro, these scenes are, look how sick these scenes were, man. Time stop. Freaking enjoyed myself fighting this damn fish boss. I had it in. It swaps to Aerith and Tifa, right? So you fight with Barret and Cloud, and it goes to Tifa and Aerith. Red 13 comes with assist. Oh, this is before Red 13 was playable. Best part of the song, here we go. Here we go. Bye bye, Barret. Dun-dun-dun. This music is such a banger. This is definitely up there as one of my favorite in the remake. The tech, when they put the tech though, oh my god, I remember I paused the game. I had to pause it like, yo, there's no way they brought it back. I thought they took that out. And it only happened at phase 2. This is one of my favorite fights in the whole game. And this one, this was straight from like Devil May Cry. I don't know why. It felt like a Devil May Cry fight.
Just the two of us.
1-on-1. Macho D Macho, was it?
Maybe 3.
Maybe 3, the dog. There's one ability that just destroys him. It's like there's a counter stance of it. Too much finesse with Rufus right here. He has too much style points. Elevator fight, yep. But of course we take it down. The trio. Lab right dog. It's this moment, isn't it? I don't know if I included that though. I don't think I did. Yeah, we didn't. Motorcycle race moment. Hiding over there. I forgot his name for a second. People saying that soldier was from the start of the game when you first recognize Cloud. That would be funny. But yeah, I'm telling you, from the Shinra building, that point onwards is just hype. Legit. That the hype does not stop and it keeps one-upping each other. That his motorcycle scene was so well done. Mad. Where's the Red 13 and Cloud cooperation? Where's it? Right here, right? Says a 300-pound sack of it. The guy dissed Barret, bro. Come on. Barret's a teddy bear. Look at it! Look at it! Look at the freaking chemistry between Red 13 and Cloud. We should have got this more in Rebirth, I feel like. They're going in. They carry the scene. Yeah, there you go. The whispers. There we go. First instance of Zack. So Zack did not make that appearance at all. At all in Remake until now. Come on, get it!
Come and get it! And
then this is it, the final phase. Very divisive. This is where it gets divisive. Actually, it gets divisive from technically Zack showing. Despite that, I thoroughly enjoy this. This music, oh my, this is so good. Yes, future Cloud, is it? Future Tifa and future Barrett, that's the fairy. These moments, the Advent Children cutscenes. It was so crazy. We all thought it was a typical remake. No, no, no. We are definitely wrong. This is where it switches up heavy. When we get Advent Children's shots, we're like, this is more than a remake, 100%. We literally get a glimpse. Literally get a glimpse.
Where are we?
I'm waiting, Cloud.
The final fight. Look again, another glimpse of Meteor. We didn't even know about the Meteor all until Rebirth. We should be able to know that. And look, it looked like he absorbed the Meteor right there. That has to suggest something or imply. This is full on Advent Children now. Here we go. Straight up cutting buildings, trains, you name it. The power levels goes off the charts here. The 1v1. Look at this cinematography, the angles. And third person comes in, right? So one at a time, so you got Aerith and then Tifa, obviously different for different people. Look at it, look at the smirk, the cheek of this guy. He's like, I'm gonna give you guys time limit. Here's a meteorite. Tried to beat me before then. The team cinematics always go so hard. Banger. Again, vision of the damn final scene of the game from the PS1.
Careful now. That
which lies ahead does not
yet exist.
Every single quote he says from here, so cryptic.
But I will not end.
So cryptic.
Nor will I have you end.
But that's what I love about it. These are some of my favorite quotes in the game.
Of creation.
Seven voice actor killed it as well, the delivery.
Let us defy destiny together.
No.
Never.
There is a showdown. We should not be seen as, but we did back in 2020. The only difference is, you don't play it. So cinematic. I beg you, Square. Please do so much of this. Please give me so much choreography and cinematics like this, 1v1s. This is straight like from an anime. This is like Ichigo versus Eisenreich.
Not yet.
What's the speed blitz? Too fast. Yep, Cloud's not strong enough. Too early. You meant to be fighting him much later, not now.
7 seconds till the end. Time enough for you, perhaps. But what will you do with it? Let's see.
The best quote, the chills. Oh my god, I'm getting chills. Is that meant to be a flower? Aerith flower? The yellow flowers follow them. And the final Buster Sword shot.
The reunion at hand may bring joy. It may bring fear. But let us embrace whatever.
I had to end it with this.
For they are coming back. At last, the promise has been made.
I released this literally like a week or two before Rebirth was released. Yeah, that's why I put Rebirth instead of Remake. Wow, that's it. That is it. And that is all, guys. This might be a very long video, so I apologize, but I really want to get through everything. I think there is something I definitely missed, which will annoy me if I find out after I post this video. But let me know in the comments below what you guys think about FF7 Remake. Let's encourage, you know, positivity, no pessimistic, no discourse going on in the comment section below. Let's talk about what you enjoyed. Let's actually, you know, appreciate the devs and the hard work, and let's just enjoy this time, because this is a very celebratory moment for us all. 5 years since FF7 Remake, one of my favorite games of all time, maybe also yours. A nearly perfect game, honestly. Like, I'm not even glazing. The only thing I can really say that's a negative for Remake is the censorship. Besides that, it's basically nearly perfect. So I don't know what you guys think about the game. Just because I want, you know, positiveness doesn't mean you don't have to say anything negative about the game. Just tell me what you love and didn't love about the game, and what your hopes are for part 3. What do you think the name is going to be for part 3? I'm just going to suggest, you know, reunion. No, not reunion. We already had that. Reunite. I'm sticking with that. FF7 Reunite, because that was the last quote I was saying from Zach. Basically, Zach's final scene was reunite. He said reunite in that sentence. If you're interested to any of my playthroughs, I've done Rebirth, but not done Remake. So I started doing content creation after Remake. I'll put a playlist for Rebirth in the comment section below or in the description. I put a lot of effort into that. It's legit a passion project of mine. It legit gained like 0 views, but I don't regret any moment, any seconds of me editing and putting my hard work into making those videos. I try to narrow it down and make it short as well. So I really appreciate if you do look at those videos. If not, I also appreciate if you like, comment, subscribe, and share. Anything would really help this video and a smaller YouTuber like myself. But thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe, and until the next video, catch you guys later. Bye.
Half these people are picking... Oh, fuck me, I know that fucking sound. That's a shitting shit sound. That's a shitting Final Fantasy sound. That's a fuck... Don't even. What was that sound? What the fuck was that sound?